Happy to move. Chair, do you want me to speak straight away? Thank you very much indeed, Chair. Well, this motion is not about the pros and cons of the congestion charge. This is about holding a local poll. And there's been no issue, I think, which has generated more heat over the last 12 months than we've had when discussing the imposition of a congestion charge around Cambridge. And we've heard very clearly from the questions which have just been asked, and also from the petition organiser, that there is a massive concern that there is a democratic deficit here. Residents across the county, both within Cambridge City and outside it, are asking when their views will be taken into account, since virtually none of them was asked at the last local elections what the opinion was that they had of their candidates, since the candidates in front of them didn't say whether they were supporting or opposing a congestion charge in Cambridge. So they had no opportunity through the election process of the last county council elections to give their democratic opinion. And we're still in the invidious position, Chair, that some of the councillors who are amongst the strongest supporters of congestion charging are still publicly claiming that they haven't yet made up their minds and they're waiting to hear what the result is of the GCP consultation. And they're doing so, no doubt, first of all, to avoid any accusations of predetermination, and secondly, it may be because they know what the opinion of the people really is. And there's been enough of this pointless political playing around. The people actually want their say, and they are suspicious that they're not going to be given their say by this council. No wonder there was so much anger expressed in those questions and in the petition that we've just heard. Now, before this debate began, Councillor Beckett actually gave us some useful information. First of all, he said that there is a major consultation, that is the GCP consultation, with some 24,000 respondents. But there is very little confidence that this consultation is actually going to be fair. And there's a number of reasons for that. The first, as has already been mentioned, is that many of the questions were, to the extent that they could be, slanted in favour of a particular outcome. That didn't give people confidence when they were filling in the form that it was going to be fair. The second reason is that, probably knowing what the answer is, in fact, they will know what the answer was very quickly. Most of the questions were, or a significant number of the questions were simple multiple choice questions. And within days, they will have known what the results of those multiple choice questions were. There were other questions where people had to fill in writing and would have taken some time to go through those 24,000 of them. But where there were multiple choice questions, those answers would have been known to the GCP within days of the close of the consultation. Yet here we are, still not knowing what the result of that was, and we're told it will take 6 months from the close of consultation to the time it will be announced, noticeably after the next local elections. And one can only imagine, one can only come to the conclusion that that's because this whole process isn't a fair process and it's being slanted to achieve a particular solution. But Councillor Beckett did actually give us an interesting solution to this, or partial solution. He admitted that there hadn't been any democratic vote on this. People hadn't been given the opportunity in elections to vote pro or anti-congestion charging. But he did point out that the congestion charge won't come in before the 2028 elections, and there would be opportunities, until 2028, and there would be elections before 2028, giving people the opportunity to have their say. So I would like to thank Councillor Beckett for that suggestion, and suggest to residents in Cambridge City, in East Cambridgeshire, and in Fenland, that in a couple of months' time, when they have the opportunity to vote, pay attention to the fact that Labour and the Liberal Democrats are trying to force this through, and vote accordingly. Give the politicians who are trying to support this proposal a very clear message. Because ultimately, believe it or not, politicians depend upon your votes, and if they see they're not getting your votes, they may actually change their minds. Finally, I have made a request for under freedom of information to get the data that the GCP know about the result of this consultation. They've turned me down, they turned down the appeal. I'm now appealing to the Information Commissioner to give us the information which the GCP are trying to hide. Thank you, Chair.